already. Sorry about that, starting a little late today. Welcome to Coffee and Cartoons. I have my iced coffee again. It's my day-old coffee routine. So this morning I'm going to be working on this creation illustration. Well, it's the fall illustration. I'm doing a series, so I did the creation, fall, redemption, and restoration. So it's going to be 4 different art prints available in the shop. And actually today through the end of Saturday, we have 31% off all books in the RefToons shop at RefToons.com. Just head over there, put all the books you want in your cart, and the automatic discount will apply at checkout. So check that out over there. And I think that's really the main announcement I wanted to get to today. It's a Reformation sale, so 31% off for because Martin Luther posted his 95 Theses on October 31st, and so we're doing 31% off. So check that out, reftunes.com, and let's get into this. Good morning, Yoshiost. How you doing? Hold on. I am missing something. Oh, there it is. I need my glove. My cool skeleton glove. This helps my hand not to stick to the screen so much. Alright, so this was a request by someone who sent me an email requesting this for their children's wing of their church as like some artwork to hang on their wall. I have to get this color. Select. Now that can go back to multiply and 50% opacity. Where are my brushes? There they are. Yoshi OST slept better than normal, so trying to get some work done. Excellent. What kind of work do you do? Wait a second. That's the wrong layer. Alright, so I'm going to try to work fairly quickly on this because I need to get all of these completed. I've been sitting on them for too long. I have too many projects that I need to get completed. But they're all projects that don't pay up front, so it's hard to prioritize those things because if I'm constantly doing work on projects that aren't paying up front, then I'm not able to pay my bills. So so I have a full-time job now. Well, yeah, I think it's considered full-time, 32 hours a week. I don't work on Wednesdays at this job away from the home, so So I have today, all of today, to work on stuff like this, and I've mainly been setting aside Wednesdays for working on the graphic novel adaptation of John Calvin's Institutes. And that's been going swimmingly. Oh, that's so cool. Right now you're working on a chatbot that pulls up catechism, confession references, just working on formatting the data for the Westminster Confession of Faith. Awesome. How do you implement, or where would you implement something like that? Is that something that could be like an OBS plugin? Because that would be sweet to pull in some of those and put them up on the screen like this. Because I use OBS Studio for my for all my live stuff and video stuff, and they have all kinds of plugins for that. That'd be sweet. Okay, turning the opacity down. This will help me get more of a faded look here. So using Adobe Photoshop at my day job has really made me miss working in Affinity. Affinity is so much more user intuitive than Photoshop, which surprises me because they haven't been around as long. And you would think Adobe would be trying to be on the cutting edge of being a good experience for users, but it's just like, I don't know how to describe it other than to say that the experience is just clunky and disjointed at times. It's just not. You'd think they would have certain actions and things implemented, but they don't. For example, one thing I do in this program is that I can just select one element or one piece, one layer, and I can export just that one layer as a PNG file with a transparent background. Allows me to select which aspect of the page I want to export and everything. Photoshop, as far as I can tell, does not have anything like that. Okay, back to the chatbot that Yoshios is working on. It's run through Streamer Bot, which connects to Twitch. And I think it should also come through YouTube and any other supported platform if set up right. Okay, excellent. That's cool. Yeah, I would be surprised if Adobe didn't have that. I'm guessing it probably does have it, but it's hidden away, and the only thing I could find was export layers. Export all layers option, and so with that option you can export all of the layers but don't remember. I did that yesterday at work, but I don't remember it giving me the option to choose which layer if I only wanted one of the layers exported, and it was able to export them all as PNGs with transparent backgrounds. Because I will do that sometimes where I'll export just the line art layer so that I can bring it into another program and run a live trace on it so that it turns it into a vector. And that's what I was trying to do yesterday. Oh, whoops. Didn't turn that off. It's our notification that we got a sale and we have to quick go fulfill it. But, and I just heard my daughter's alarm go off, so I'll have to take her to the bus stop this morning. Congrats, thanks. Yeah, we were having our 31% off sale this week. So all of the books in the shop are 31% off. To celebrate the posting of Luther's 95 Theses and kind of the start of the Reformation on October 31st. This is going to end up being a 24 by 36 poster. Oops. Okay. And so Adobe does have something I wish this had, was just, so like I have this button to force pressure, but I don't have a button to force a certain type of opacity, unless it's something that I can add on there, but I don't think so. I can change my brush, but I don't want to have to keep going into there. Doing that, it'd be nice to have a shortcut for that, because I use that quite often at work when I'm illustrating, because I do more of like a realistic painterly style at the job I have. Do another layer, let's multiply at 50% just to get a darker core shadow in here into these ones. when you try art, your problem is consistency. And what? I need to find a way to track my drawing tool settings so I can jump back to a few. Yeah, for me it helps to just have to set up my brushes as default brushes. And that way I always have them available to me how I need them. Good morning, babe. Hey Matt, back to the Photoshop question. Couldn't you simply hide all the layers but the one you want? Alt and click on layer visibility does this quickly, and then export as PNG. I could probably do that. My complaint is that I can't just have the layer selected that I want to export. That's what I can do here. So like I can give you an example actually. So if I wanted to only export this layer, all I would have to do is have my arrow tool. No. Command Shift Option E. No, Command Shift E. Sorry. What is it? It's one of those. Okay. Command Shift Option E. No, S. Sorry. Okay. So I can PNG, and then I can choose, do I want the whole document? Do I want the selection area? Or do I want the selection only? Okay. And I don't know why this is all being weird here. Cancel. What in the world? Oh, I must have created a flattened layer. Okay, when I did the Command Option E. Let's try this again. There. Selection only. Okay, so it has just this part that I want to select, that I have selected. And I can export that as PNG or any of these files. And I will have, if I want a JPEG, it's going to have a background, but I have that, and GIF, PNG, and then I just export it It's that simple. I don't have to turn off any layers, because once I turn them off, then I have to turn them back on if I need them. So it's just a hassle. I like the ease of this program. Not to mention there's no there's no subscription model for the Affinity Suite. And you can get all three programs, a universal license for all three programs for desktop and iPad, I believe, for like $80 for lifetime. Until the next version comes out. You get all the updates for version 2. But if version 3 comes out, then you pay for it again, which is a lot better than a $600 or whatever subscription, annual subscription for Adobe. Although you get all of their programs, which is nice. There are trade-offs either way. Yeah, definitely. The Adobe subscription is way overpriced. But my work pays for it at my day job, so that's nice, I guess. And if you're if you're a full-time artist, I mean, it is a tax write-off. So it's not a complete loss. But it's just that immediate payment that you have to deal with. So I've never paid the subscription model. I had Adobe CS 5.5 Student Edition for years until it wouldn't work with the Mac that I had anymore. But I knew that time was coming, and so I was researching alternatives and came across Affinity. I haven't looked back. It was probably 6-7 years ago that I started going with the Affinity Suite. Started working with it and using it. Actually, yeah, I think it was around 2016, 2017, around the time that I started RefToons is when I started using Affinity. Some of my first few RefToons were were colored in Photoshop. I remember that. And then shortly after that, after like 5 or 6 tunes, I went with Affinity. CH Kevin Mang, how you doing? Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. How are you doing? Are you drinking coffee for this morning's Coffee and Cartoons? Is anybody drinking coffee this morning except for me? I have the leftover special, the day old special. Drinking my coffee that was sitting in the pot all day yesterday while I was at work. So I just add some heavy whipping cream, milk, and maple syrup to it. And it is just fine. Hey Bailey, I'm going to walk you to the bus this morning. What time do you have to be there?
Huh?
What time do you have to be at the bus this morning?
I think I need to be there at 7 o'clock.
Okay, I'll walk you there. Okay. Let's do something like here. Work provided K-Pods for the win. There you go. I get so sad when I'm at work and my coffee in my tumbler is gone by like noon. I think it's like a fidget thing for me. Like I have to have something to drink while I'm working. And so whenever it's gone, I hang my head and cry. That's how I do the sky. I just kind of layer colors. This was a dark day. Let's throw a little bit of that pink in there. Kind of layered a little bit, almost as if they're like clouds. And I will also get some purple in there, I think. Mix that color in there a little bit. Some red. Get some bright yellow down here and kind of overlay everything with it. Oh, I missed these parts over here. We turn the opacity up from 4% to like 9. Okay. 4, 21. There we go. Okay. That makes me feel like I need a overlay on these trees to make them a little more orange. Oops. I missed the brown here. Where's my layer? There it is. Edit, fill, apply. Overlay, hard light. Let's try that, and then just kind of bring the opacity down 50%. And then let's color, oops, color this part. Felt like it needed something in the background there. Just do a clipping mask on here. I like how you can just kind of drag the layers onto the other layer to create a clipping mask. Fade up the bottom a little bit. Into the background. There we go. That gives it a little bit more depth. Now these stones will need to be colored. Just in that red. And then I'll have to add some color for the people. Which are somewhere. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I need to. Forgot I changed this on the iPad when I was working on the iPad, but it didn't save to here, so I wanted to move her up closer. Got drawing brain where I can't talk while I'm concentrating on the drawing. But I'm just moving her closer in to make them more together. And I'm going to combine those layers and lay in some flat colors around them. I'd like to finish all of these today. Okay, what's my Shift F5? Nope. Because I need my Shift FN 5. Okay. Don't want too much highlight and I don't want too little, so it's a fine balance. I just want to really put the light on some of the main pieces that are sticking out. Then I'll go in with shadows. I always do a multiply layer with a like a 50% opacity for my shadow layers. That way I can use the same color to shadow everything. And it just takes on properties of whatever color it's going over top of. It basically turns it into a darker version of the color with a little bit of a tint to it of whatever color I'm using as the shadow color, which is typically a purple or a blue when I'm doing shadows. And then I will go in and add some different colors to them. So like their hair is not gonna, they're not all gonna be just like the same color. So now I'll go in to here. I'll just use my brush. So I'll give them, it'll all be variations on colors from the background, but I'll distinguish their skin color. A little darker. I could have done another clipping mask for this. You guys listen to anything while you're working? While you're at work, are you allowed to have earbuds in or headphones on while you're working? I've been listening to J.R.R. Tolkien's Unfinished Tales. It's really good. Now, where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Am I listening to anything? I mean, while you're working. That's funny. I happen to be listening to someone doing something like drawing. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to as well. Some crazy person rambling about things. Matt usually listens to news, talk, podcasts, or music if there's not too much thinking involved in the work. It's good. Yeah, I'm just cruising through a bunch of audiobooks. I finished The Silmarillion recently. Finished Thomas Watson's The Doctrine of Repentance. All sorts of stuff. Been listening to Haunted Cosmos as well. I like that one. I saw there's a new episode out today. It's one of those in between season episodes, I think, because it's only half an hour. So I'll probably listen to that later today as I'm working. But other than that, I mean, just audio. It's been audiobooks recently. Just trying to work through those.
The bus.
Oh, the bus. Oh, we gotta go. She's right there. All right, I'll be right back.
Let's go.
I'll throw this up. All right. Stephanie was up, so she's walking her to the bus, so I can finish this. Next, let's save. I forgot to bring up my Rumble feed, so I don't know. Usually don't get anybody really watching over there, but sometimes I get some chat interaction. So I have to get that up so that my chat can come through into my OBS software. Excuse me. We got the Tower of Babel. I gotta figure out how I want to color this. Let's try something like this. Just put it all in shadow. Oh, I was wondering why I didn't see anything. It was set to 1%. I want this rounded shape. To kind of mirror that of the ground, and also it's kind of like a prison. It's kind of a shape that evokes like being trapped or bondage. The sky is gradually getting darker and darker. What? Let me check.
And then one of them did not get a free calendar. With their order.
Oh, because
It's not set to double up that
it's
way?
not set to double up.
Well, it should be. Wouldn't you think?
Mm-hmm. This one got the free calendar with the $50 purchase.
I don't know. Are you on live still?
Yep.
With the sound on?
Mm-hmm. Yoshiost is saying, when I look at the canvas from your webcam, wow, it's purple, but it's orange in the capture on OBS. One day I'll buy a color calibrator. My monitors are always a little off. Oh no, I see it on my screen as purple too, so it's probably just my webcam.
Weird.
They see the webcam
That
looking
orange.
at this,
Weird.
and it's purple right here.
Was that on the spectrum was purple too? That you grounded it like a purple line?
There, it is actually it's a purple overlay.
Where is picking up that? Oh, for your shadows. So that very well could be.
Thank you, Matthew. I like the movement from light to increasing darkness in each scene. Thank you. Let's see here. I need to run a few prints to the printer real quick. I don't know why it does that all the time.
I need to run some more calendars through for the table calendars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I looked at the temperature today and I have no idea what it's saying.
I think it's supposed to be like maybe 70 today. 8 by 10. So this is how we do prints here. Which ones? It was Calvin on the grass. And what else? It was
Oh, got those to fit better. What's my red for? Do you have one coming through?
not yet. I'm looking for Tyndale Plowboy.
And then I'll have this
Drag these over.
interview today.
Oh shoot.
I'm just gonna drive him over and wait for him. Or
Oh,
maybe I'll have
okay.
him ride the bus and then go pick him up. What do you think?
And just drive them over.
And then can you figure out a job that he can apply for that would be like busy work, that would require movement? That's what he's most concerned about, is not keeping busy.
Okay. Well, he's gonna keep busy at Culver's.
Well, that's what I would think. Well, that's if there's, if he's not on the off times, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, sending. You're working on formatting the London Baptist Confession. Excellent. And how did you land on your current printer? Well, we have two printers. One of them is a gigantic Canon printer, and we landed on that because we wanted to make our own prints, art prints. Looked into different printers, and this one seemed to be the best for what we needed at the time, and so now we just have this big printer taking up our schoolroom. And then another one sitting on my desk right here for printing the desk calendars. Although it's very slow at printing, so I'm not sure I made the right decision on that one, but that's what we have now. Alright, so that's how I do prints, run them through to the printer. They're cut sheets, so we have to load them one sheet at a time on that big printer. Otherwise, if it was a roll, I could just send it through and it would just print everything on a roll, and then we'd have to cut them. But I can show you. It's right there. And then this is the other printer we have. Canon. That one's the Pro 2100, and the other one's Pro 1000 or something like that. You're weighing if you should get your own printer or just go to a print shop. It depends on how many sales you end up doing. Yeah, it's huge. It's basically a commercial printer basically. So yeah, those ones run a few $1,000s. And the ink is not cheap either. But we were able to do that because we were getting enough orders to pay for it. I mean, it paid for itself in the first few months, so it just depends on how many prints you're making, how many sales you're making. All right, back to this. I heard a beep. just got this feeling like it wasn't Wednesday and I actually did have to go into work today. It's Wednesday. Excuse me.
Mom, what does yes and no mean? Like vote yes and no.
Like on Ninja Turtles?
What does yes and no mean in voting?
Well, it depends on what you're voting for. What does yes and no mean in voting?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes would mean you're in favor of something, and no would mean you're not in favor. Well, depending on how the question is asked. No could mean you're in favor.
Good morning, Donovan. Alright, just have this cow left to draw. To color. And then I think this poster is going to be done.
Prayer meeting at 8:50 at church tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna stay for a minute.
You can.
You won't be home until
Oh, that's right.
10
Yeah.
or later, which is fine. Oh, I need MBK, it says.
Oh,
So if I need it, do you have a one for the big one?
I can check. I think I do, actually.
These are the store points so that like,
P.
oh, and this is our
Wait
big
a
one.
second. Oh, MBK, yeah. This is.
Oh, there's a ton in here. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Well, keep it in there. This is how big the ink cartridge is.
I can't get it. I have to
Okay. Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
You gotta lift it
Oh,
out.
all the way. Okay.
And then
Yeah, push it down. Right? Isn't that what it's supposed to do?
oh, yeah, but that's right.
Yeesh.
I
You
heard
tell
her
me.
timer, and it takes
Yeah.
my alarm clock, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I waited till 6:46, and then I took a shower. If it cannot possibly be 6404. It's not. Mm-hmm. 7:58 and the sun is setting. Dinner. Not dragon. Stop!
Girls, stop it.
I think there is a rabbit. Or maybe I think there isn't.
Trying to convince her that it's nighttime. All right. I think that's it for this. I can move on to the next one, which is going to be redemption. Let me group all these together. Oh, group those, call it fall. Then the next one is going to be somewhere here. Here we go. Oh, somehow that got moved. What happened here? There, that should be correct. Okay. That's the next one. Colors aren't correct right now, but they will be. All right. Well, don't forget the 31% off all books this week, RefToons.com. We also have calendars available for 2025. And yeah, that's all for now. So thank you all for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day. It's good talking with y'all.